To another episode of the Jurassic Park Podcast. This is a bonus episode. I am Brad Jost, and we're going to be talking about some brand new information that just popped up today, and that is some news about a potential director for the next Jurassic World movie. The definite date, maybe definite, we'll have to wait and see for that to happen, but there's a lot to talk about. I'm excited to dive into it real quick with you all. I'm sure you've seen the news floating around over the past few hours or so, but there is a lot to discuss, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. So, the news from Deadline is that David Leitch, I'm assuming that's how you say it, is going to be directing, or is at least circling, the next Jurassic World movie. And if you do not know David Leitch, I had to actually go because I was like, I did not recognize him right away. But when I look at the lineup of things that David has directed over the past few years, I'm like, okay. I've seen a few of these things, notably being the first directorial debut for John Wick. That's a big one. That's a big one to start with, right? We also have like Deadpool 2 on that list as well. We've got Fast and Furious Presents Hobbs and Shaw, Bullet Train. Coming up this year, we've got The Fall Guy with Ryan Gosling. That thing looks really good. I'm very, very excited to see that movie. But this is a great looking lineup. And then I scrolled a little bit farther, second unit or assistant director, and we have Jurassic World. Jurassic World, second unit director right there in New Orleans, probably doing some Main Street filming of some sort. I don't know the exact details of that, but hey, second unit director for that movie. That's pretty incredible. The Wolverine second unit. I don't know. There's so much stuff on here. So at least the pedigree is looking pretty good. I know a lot of people will maybe say that like the tone of some of these things is a bit different than what Jurassic does, a la John Wick, very different tone. I would say that maybe Jurassic World kind of stepped into those boundaries a little bit with some of the fighting and action sequences, but John Wick and Deadpool and stuff like that, there's some crazy action, Bullet Train. So I don't know if that means we're going to be taking that approach with the next Jurassic movie. That's going to be interesting to find out. Is there going to be some raptor punching? Like just, I don't know. Who knows? But I hope not. But we'll have to wait and see on that one. But this could be interesting at least. I think the vision is very clear as far as like what kind of movie we could be potentially getting from David. So that's good to see. And I'm very excited for Fall Guy, which we'll, see pretty soon, I think, this year. So that's exciting. But David Leitch, assuming I'm saying that correctly, is apparently circling the next Jurassic World movie. And they go on in this Deadline article to mention this new era and stuff like that, and mention that, it's going to be without the previous cast members from Jurassic World or Jurassic Park. It's going to be, produced again by Steven Spielberg, Amblin, Frank Marshall, Pat Crowley. But they did mention David and his wife and producing partner, Kelly McCormick, are also going to be producing through their production company, 87 North. I did take a look at 87 North just to double check, but yeah, they've done John Wick 2, John Wick 3, Nobody, Atomic Blonde, Kate, I'm not sure what that movie is, Bullet Train, Violent Night, John Wick 4, The Fall Guy. So there's a lot of very big action, gritty action kind of movies in there. So I don't know if that's maybe part of the tone, is they're trying to get something maybe a little bit more grittier. I can't say that, we're bringing in David to go for like a darker take or a rated R take, because a lot of those movies are rated R, right? Like, so I just don't think that's probably I don't think that's the direction we're going. And Kelly also has a lot of those same credits on here as well. The Fall Guy, Violent Night, all that same stuff, Nobody. So, those credits are all pretty exciting to at least look at. And along with the article, there is actually a second article. So I don't know what came first. Was it the first article about David, followed by the second article? But they do mention that they are eyeing that summer 2025 release, specifically Wednesday, July 2nd. And that was pretty quickly confirmed, I guess, via the Jurassic World Instagram account, and probably some other social medias as well. Jurassic World at Jurassic World posted an image of the T-Rex logo with the circle. No wording other than July 2nd, 2025. So they confirmed it right there. The way I put it was, it was kind of like maybe the social media team heard that there was some news and just threw this together real quick, because it's nothing fancy. It's just a black picture with a white logo on top of it and the white lettering there. But no name, nothing like that. No mention of Jurassic World or Jurassic Park. It's just the T-Rex logo, which is something that I've been saying for a long time. Just go with that logo and don't necessarily title it World or Park. Just go Jurassic and everybody will know. So I don't know if they're going to go that way any farther, but it would be exciting to see them just kind of stick with that iconic branding. But very interesting to at least see them kind of go with the news and confirm something pretty quickly. They didn't do it previously with the David Koepp story, so I wonder why they didn't confirm anything right then and there with David Koepp. Maybe because writers can change a lot or something like that, but this date is hard and firm. I'm not too sure. But July 2nd, 2025, that is right around the corner. Yes, it's over a year, but that means we got to get started on this movie very, very quickly. And, the word was that from the Hollywood Reporter article with David Koepp coming back to write, the word was that they were, getting the script and it's in a very good place. So maybe they've been working hard on this for a little while now. It hasn't really been that long since Jurassic World Dominion 2022. So, after dealing with the pandemic and all the filming schedules through Jurassic World Dominion and then finally getting that movie out a little bit after they wanted to, did they just ramp up into another production right away? Maybe. Maybe there's been a lot of work silently behind the scenes, but it still just seems very, very quick, especially with not knowing much of the details other than what's come out in the past few weeks. But 2025, July 2nd, that's very, very fast. So they're going away from their June dates, but that's what I said. If you stick in that May to July date, that's very Jurassic to me. So I'm glad they're not kind of straying outside of that. So we're going to get our 4th of July weekend, big box office. I know that the upcoming Superman movie is apparently right around this time period as well. So I think it was something like, don't quote me on this, but like the next week or something like that. So not a very big gap there. Unfortunately, we're still falling into the trap of scheduling big movies back to back. And that never really bodes well for the box office, at least for, certain movies here or there. So hopefully we at least see a good box office here. And, with this shorter turnaround time of just like a year and a half here, maybe the confirmation of a smaller movie is going to be coming true. And maybe it's just going to be Universal's kind of vision and just kind of hone it in and just have David come in and just do something that they want them to do. I don't know, but it's going to be interesting. So we'll have to wait and see. But that is the information we have right now. And that's exciting enough. I'm very excited by that. So David Leitch, who's directed things like John Wick and other movies like that, the Bullet Train, the Fall Guy. I'm excited to see what potentially could come from this team up here, this collaboration. So more news to come from that, hopefully soon. We've got one confirmation today as far as the date's concerned, July 2nd, 2025. We'll see more Jurassic World that day. I'm very, very excited. If you have any thoughts or ideas or complaints or, fears or loves or whatever the case may be about this next Jurassic World movie, let me know in the comments below. I'll share them. I'll chat with you there, and we'll get the conversation rolling here because this is an exciting time. A new Jurassic movie is on the horizon, and I can't wait. So, make sure to tune into the Jurassic Park Podcast wherever you listen to your podcasts. We are all over the place on Apple Music, Spotify, Podomatic, Audible, places like that. And of course, follow us: Facebook, Threads, Instagram, TikTok, here on YouTube. Like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. If you're listening to this on the podcast feed, there was a whole video that I posted as well, so please go check that out and give it a share as well. So thank you so much for listening to the podcast, for watching it. We appreciate each and every one of you. Stay safe out there. Be kind to everybody you come into contact with, and we'll see you later on the next update. Bye, everybody.